before I get any farther, you want to go throw the deck lights on and make sure these work?
Sure.
They should, but...
Welcome back aboard Arabella. Last week, Steve did some work on the Dodger, reinforcing and cleaning up all the electrical wiring. They had stayed in Okracoke long enough to receive a package from Garmin. It was a replacement for the GMI20 on the nav station that stopped working as they left Miami a couple weeks ago.
Everything was bone dry, it was in perfect condition, it just kept saying no software. So this was past warranty, but they did a replacement for us. So we have to mail them the old one, and they mailed us a new one. We'll see if this fixes the problem. Well, we did all sorts of stuff trying to figure it out, and one of those things we did was isolate this chart plotter and this GMI20 from the rest of the network. So everything behind the nav table's undone, everything in here was all undone and reconfigured. So it's gonna take a hot minute to put everything back together. Thankfully, none of it's hard, it's just a little time consuming.
It's been on for 5 seconds and no lost heading sensor connection light.
Oh, give it 10 seconds more.
I know, but I'm just saying. God.
After a journey through various menu screens, they got the unit up and running. The next day, there was one more item on the to-do list that would take care of a collection down below that had been building up for quite a while.
What do you think? Should we decorate the Dodger? We got a lot of stickers. We've collected quite a few over the years.
All right, we got three big Doyles.
It's from the first guiding company I ever worked
for. Oh, wow, cool. That's super cool. Oh my gosh, this might be a multi-day project. From Pine to Palm, Aaron.
Annie B.
The most appropriate one of all. Yay, adventure! I feel like I'm gonna fall into...
Well, we have a bit more room, which is good because we've got a bit more traveling to do.
We do. We need more room. We have lots more traveling to do. Yeah.
Well, you ready to leave Okracoke?
Yeah, I came for a night and stayed for a week.
Well, we did struggle to get in.
Yeah, we did struggle to get in. That was scary. And we have a plan for that not happening again. Mm-hmm. little bit of local knowledge, little pro tip to follow the ferry out. We're at pretty much dead high tide.
Yeah, and the dredge has been here the last couple days, and according to AIS, they've been spending their time out in the narrowest spot.
Yeah, and we got more of our electronics maybe firing.
Yeah, at least the GMI20 is replaced and working.
Yeah, it looks great.
And yeah, this was actually a really great place to hole up and do some projects. Silver Lake here is, I mean, it is literally like a little pond. It's very common here. So today there's no wind. It's gonna be a motor day.
Yeah.
And I know y'all hate it when we do motor days, but sometimes
they're inevitable.
They are inevitable, and leaving here, the channel twists and it's really narrow and it's very shallow on both sides. So going out on a day where we could really sail would also mean we would be going out of here, bucking some winds and bucking some waves, and I'd rather I would rather have an easy go getting out of here, and if we do mess up and end up on a bar, I would rather there not be any sea state.
Yeah, we don't want to be getting those like few little taps we had where it was enough to scare me of like, I don't want to be sitting on a bar in any sort of sea state out here. That's not friendly conditions for our beautiful home.
Nope. And then, yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll do some motor sailing, but the goal is to shoot over to Belhaven.
Yeah.
And then head up the inside. From here to Norfolk, no matter what route we take, it's fairly narrow and there's not a lot of wind forecasts. So we're gonna be motoring regardless.
Yeah.
The inside route adds an extra 20 miles over 3 days, but we've done it before. It's a little more straightforward.
Yeah. The Pamlico Sound route looks like it has a lot of really tricky, shoaly areas to navigate, and you know, we're fast learners. So maybe not for us. Not yet. We're not locals. It's hard. Like the locals here, they just know the water so well. You watch, I mean, even when we watched that boat come out when we were on anchor out there, like they knew exactly where to hit the channel markers.
Yeah. Well, that lady at the post office was saying that her husband's had to go out and tow locals off the sandbars because every storm, the sandbars move, the channel moves, and someone's got to go out and figure out that it moved.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
You know how I know we're out of the danger zone?
Because I'm at the tiller.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to run aground a boat that I didn't build.
Yes, you have.
No, but I don't want to anymore. I don't want to ever do it again. So I'll let you run your boat aground. You're welcome. Now we're safely into Pamlico Sound. We did it.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
No, but so much for following the ferry. That thing screwed out of here so fast.
Yeah, a few people told us to follow the ferry, and we asked how fast they go, and they're like 8 or 10 knots, you know, across the sound, but probably only 4 or 5 through the channel. And we're like, oh, sweet. We came out of the channel 5.5 knots, almost 6 behind the ferry, and the thing was gone.
Yeah, lie detector test is back.
Yeah.
8 knots through the channel, period.
Yeah, they flew. We're out in the sound, and the winds are higher than forecast.
On the nose, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's all right. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, and when we churn, we might be able to sail, but at the same time, the winds are supposed to churn, so yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But it's gorgeous.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, Aqua Maps was very helpful. More updated info of where the channel is.
Yeah, that USACE overlay is so helpful.
All right, so we've got 40 miles to Belhaven.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll see what the wind does, but I think once we make this corner,
Yeah,
it might come around enough that we can sail.
that'd be nice.
See how it does.
Yeah.
did the extra distance to Bellhaven and up the inside. Because if we were more on the outside route, we'd still be trying to beat into 20 knot winds, but we wouldn't be going into the protection of the canal. So it just gets narrower and narrower and tighter and tighter.
Not the day we were expecting.
No.
This is...
The weather guessers said it was supposed to be done precipitating by now. They were inaccurate.
It was supposed to be done precipitating several hours ago. Spoiler alert, it's not.
This is the first time I've had on all my foul weather gear since Hilton Head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not cold, but it's chilly.
No complaints, that's what I said. It's not my favorite day.
Not the worst day.
Not the worst day.
No. That bar's set very high, very low, however you want to look at it. But yeah.
Onward!
Safety Marine broadcast. You're running a partially submerged tree near King Street Bridge. Listen, channel 1022, 22 Alpha, frequency 157.1 megahertz out.
So apparently somewhere around here there is a tree adrift, and there's also a dredge pipe. I was listening to the dredge pipe warning for a good chunk of today, and it started out with an object adrift by the beach and then a metal object adrift by the beach, and it seems they have determined it is a big chunk of drain pipe.
Whew.
So,
It's a bad day.
Yeah, hitting a log, hitting a drain pipe, neither would be good.
No.
No.
Glad we got that oak planking, baby.
I don't know if it would survive it, but the odds would be better.
Well, it's a little after 7:30 in the morning, and the rain has let up for a minute, so it's time to fire up the engine, weigh the anchor, get out of here. We've got 20-something miles to Norfolk, but we've got at least one lock and a bunch of bridges, and it's going to rain all day. So it's going to be a thing. I don't think it's going to be terrible. It's not going to be like downpours or anything, but it's just going to be a wet, windy, kind of crummy day. But could be a lot worse. Could be better, but could be a lot worse. Not complaining, just stating the facts.
I copy. Are you Arabella? I am. Centerville Turnpike Bridge, Centerville Turnpike Bridge, 6
Doing a little reverse practice?
Yeah, we gotta kill time, so why not?
Great Bridge Tender, this is southbound trawler penultimate. ETA on bridge opening, over. That's Great Bridge, Captain. That's up. It's 11 o'clock, and I'm close to the bridge.
Getting better at backing up in a relatively straight line. Got a little bit of practice here waiting for the bridge.
Next week, George comes aboard and joins Robin and Steve for an offshore leg from Norfolk all the way back to Buzzards Bay, where Arabella first felt the water 2 years ago. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here next Friday.
Sector Virginia, United States Coast Guard, Sector Virginia, United States Coast Guard, Sector Virginia. Coast Guard Safety Marine information broadcast regarding anadrift metal object floating near Ocean View Beach. Listen to channel 22 Alpha, frequency 157.1 megahertz out.